Hey everybody, Shannon Scott, the Bard of Bonaventure, the taphophile with the most, the storiest with the most stories, coming to you live from Skidaway Island State Park. Not Bonaventure Cemetery, but also wanted to kind of show people that there are lots of greater world, greater town connections to Bonaventure through other places, like Skidaway Island Historic State Park here, which is really a great place to walk trails and see some historical sites like Confederate batteries, etc. What we see here almost looks like remnants of a submarine, but it's actually the remnants of an old still, a bootlegging still. And there's some other metal parts out here in the wood line that are remnants. It's hard to see here. It's kind of overcast and getting ready to storm pretty badly. But yeah, I think it's really neat that a state park actually has just kind of a still decaying in the woods. That seems somehow very Savannah, very Georgia. As you know, the town infamous for its cocktail parties and drinking. But there were four big bootlegging families that we call the Big Four, and they're all buried out in Bonaventure Cemetery now. And during the glory days, you had Al Capone with a hideout on Victory Drive, running a raspberry-flavored hooch out of Alabama through the city of Savannah, a la some of these families. You had the Lucchese Mafia family of New York, greatly ingrained here, living in bars for weeks at a time. And really, this still kind of makes me think of the glory days between Havana, Cuba, and Savannah, Georgia, because the Cubans had these very dangerous dice gambling halls on East and West Congress Street called Bolito halls, where literally at the height of the Prohibition Era, there was a murder a night every night of the week in those dice dens. Also, sometimes as many as 3 and 4, and it was not uncommon just to see Savannah's downtown sidewalks covered in bodies with sheets over them, and that's kind of a crime relative thought there. Sometimes, even crime discussions today kind of lack that historical perspective. Yeah, it was a long time ago, but it's kind of like, wow, complain about crime now. How about during Prohibition in Savannah? But this is here on Skidaway Island State Park, which is not a far cry from some of the speakeasies that were on Wilmington Island, also possibly Tybee Island, and then other parts of town. And one of the suppliers who came up from Cuba was Fidel Castro himself. During the heyday, he would arrive to the bottom portion of some of these waterside speakeasies, and right out of boats directly, Castro and I guess his minions would unload liquor barrels and bottles and whatever kind of contraband through the trap doors of those places, and the party would go on. But yeah, it's just kind of neat that out here on Skidaway Island State Park you have kind of, let's say, an archaeological remnant, not to mention a sign discussing kind of the heyday of moonshine and the distillery action that went down here on these little islands and hideaway places. So yeah, just another great feature here out to Skidaway Island State Park with all the lovely paths and whatnot. And I just wanted to share a glimpse into the bootlegging past, because you don't see too many antique stills hanging out or remnants of those stills. And here's one to kind of at least gaze upon. Too bad it's not operational, but yeah, I mean, Skidaway Island could make a mint selling moonshine today, probably. But anyway, just wanted to give you guys a peek into that, and hope you enjoyed watching. Hope you're having a great Sunday out there. And of course, this is Shannon Scott, the storyist. And remember, you can log on to bonaventurecemetery.com, shannonscott.com. Check out bonaventure.cemetery on Instagram. And of course, we always like to tell people that anybody can give you a tour of Bonaventure, but can they really take you on a story journey? And that's what we do here at Bonaventure Journeys. Not tours, but journeys. So definitely check us out. And if there are other subjects, or if you have questions about things that we talk about in the videos, feel free to comment below. If you're looking for a particular subject you'd like to hear me talk about, I'd certainly welcome your comments there. So feel free to do that. And you can always reach me too at shannon@shannonscott.com. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great day.